When you amass people together, that's when you amplify each other's voices. We are a people-powered movement for a reason, because the power lies with the people. Each one of you has the power to create change and make a difference. And that's what Greenpeace is about. Creating change, because change is good. Even when change is bad, it's good. Making people change how they act, what they say, what they do, what they see, where they stay. All of this creates a difference and has a ripple effect across the environment. Because don't expect the governments and the corporations to look after the environment. The only thing they're going to look after is their profits. They cut down forests, they overfish the seas, they farm badly, all to make sure that they make more money for themselves. And that's what we want to break. We want to break the hold that the corporations have on the food chain. We want to make sure that when farmers farm, they farm when they worry about the environment, how much water they use, how much pesticides, how much chemicals. All of these things that they do currently, they do it to make sure that they make profits. And that's what we want to make sure changes. That when people go into business, you're not thinking for the bottom line of profits, but rather how you affect the environment and how you affect people. Because what happens to the environment happens to each one of you. If you pollute your waters, if you pollute your air, if you use coal instead of renewable energy, or if you use nuclear energy instead of the wind or the sun, then you pollute the environment. As for forests, we need to keep the forests. They're incredibly important to us. They clean the air, they nurture the soils, and they are very biodiversity-rich environments that we need to preserve. But it's only people like us that can make sure that we preserve the forests. So I unexpectedly found myself in Kenya this week. I wasn't supposed to come again till next year. I've been here 5 times. What an amazing country you have. What a vocal, strong youth movement you have. Erastus is doing a super job of bringing you guys together so you can learn more about what Greenpeace does. We are 10 years old in Africa, but we are 48 years old at the moment. We were started by a small group of individuals 48 years ago who wanted to stop nuclear testing off Bikini Island by the Americans and the French. After there, they wanted to protect the whales. And then from there, the movement has just grown and grown. We have tens of thousands of volunteers that work with us. Hundreds of thousands of people that support us. And for every one of you that joins us, whether you give us a financial contribution, or you sign one of our petitions, or you become a volunteer, or an online activist, every single one of you, for every one of you that joins us, our voice becomes louder. And we want to be as loud as possible. We want to make such a noise that no one can ignore us. We can create all the change that we want, and we can make all the difference that we want if we come together. So thank you all for coming and joining us today. I'm glad the weather has worked with us. It's not too hot, not too cold, no rain thankfully. But I've mentioned the forests and the oceans and the food for life and the climate and the energy project. But I must say there's one thing that we work on that I see is a big problem here in Kenya. It's your plastic. Have you seen how much waste plastic is just in this river down here? Or on the side of the streets, or in the children's playgrounds. And there's a strong movement at the moment, and Kenya is leading the way. You've banned plastic bags, but that's the first start. There's single-use plastics we've got to stop. The plastic bottles, the earbuds, the straws. There's so many things that we use plastic for nowadays. With this singular economy where we use something for 10 or 15 minutes and then we never use it again and we throw it away, we need to change that mindset. And only through a movement like Greenpeace can we actually highlight how bad plastic really is. You go onto the news and you see about the number of whales or sea life that is strangled and choked and suffocated by plastic, or how many animals die from eating plastic. This is a big problem in the world at the moment. And Kenya really is leading the way when it comes to stopping single-use plastic. And it's through a movement like Greenpeace that this is achievable. As an individual, you have a voice, but you come together through an organization like Greenpeace, and you have the loudest voice that you could ever want. One more time, guys, thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Please make sure that you tweet and sign the petitions, and sign up as a volunteer, because it's really important to us that we get as many volunteers as possible to help amplify the work that we do. Once again, thanks everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Paul.
I see why you stand out, because it's really warm out.
Yeah, being in the sun, we don't work really well. So, I am so honored Paul is here because he has years of experience and he's been doing this for a while. And you can see the thing I like about Greenpeace, no matter what category that you work in, people are really inspired about the environment. It doesn't matter if you work on finance, if you work on logistics, if you work where, people are really inspired about the environment, and that's something that really just makes me love the movement. So I would also like to welcome Benson to say hi. Yeah, if you're a staff and you're here, you have to say something, man. You cannot just disappear on us like that. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Just been ambushed because I was not planning to pass by here. But I'm very privileged to be here, and I'm very happy to see all of you here, help us to celebrate our 10th anniversary in Africa. I'm not an environmentalist, I'm a finance professional. I'm a finance admin for Greenpeace Africa, and I've joined the movement. So we need to ensure that the environment is safe. We're trying to ensure that all things that are supposed to be done to ensure that we conserve environment are in place. Maybe ensuring that we don't have plastics entering our oceans, as well as ensuring that we minimize pollution. So this is our start, and I hope we are going to go to greater heights. Thank you. Yeah, I like doing that. This guy doesn't like talking, but now I've made him talk. So another one of our campaigns that you've realized we're doing is one on food for life. And you realize that we have a broken system in food. And as we go by, we really need to relook on how we farm and how we produce our food. Because we are creating this kind of a corporate-owned food system that is not really sustainable. People are getting food in an expensive and not in a very environmentally friendly way. So we need to really rethink about how we farm and how we do our farm production. So to help on that, we have our Food for Life campaigner who is here. Claire, come and say a word or two.
Hi guys, my name is Claire Nasike. You can call me Nasike. I work at Greenpeace Africa as a Food for Life campaigner, and basically my work revolves around telling you guys how much your food is unsafe. I don't know if any of you has ever thought about where the food that you eat, where it comes from, who grows it, which channels that. You're shy to raise up your hand. Okay, anyway, so it's mandatory for you to know where your food comes from, because it says that you are what you eat. So if you're basically taking chemicals into your body, then those chemicals are basically accumulating into your body. So if you don't eat healthy food, you're not likely to be healthy. That's just automatic. It's no quantum physics. It's just simple. So that is my work at Greenpeace Africa. Apart from that, I'm an environmentalist at heart. So find me talking about forests and all those things. I'm happy to be here, happy to be celebrating the 10th anniversary with you guys. You make Greenpeace an amazing place. I can see very many familiar faces, and you guys you help us reach to a wider audience, and thanks so much for being here today.
That's awesome. Yeah, like really, if you just take the time, like even, it doesn't take even like 30 minutes, just to go through the research that has been done on our food, like you'll be surprised, and sometimes you'll feel like you don't want to eat anything that you are not sure where it is coming from. People are doing some really crazy things to our food, and the way that it's produced, like, it's just crazy. So I would like also to invite another person that we work with. We have so many, like, I will just go on and on, like I would like everybody to just talk, because I like seeing people who are really environmentally enthusiastic. It just makes me happy. So, Phyllis.
Hi guys.
Hello.
How are you? Like you guys are so bored. Are you that bored? Hi. Yeah, psych kidogo. My name is Phyllis. I am a campaign assistant. So basically what I do is assist all the campaigns that Greenpeace runs, and also assist the mobilization. This guy is a very nice guy. Basically, I'm happy that you guys came to celebrate this milestone. It's just not a Greenpeace milestone, but it's been able, especially here in Kenya, it's possible because of the volunteer base that we have. The new ones who've come, and even the ones who were there before, a good job to all of us. And even those people who didn't know about Greenpeace, it's a celebration because now you can be able to put effort into safeguarding your future, not just yours, but also for your kids. Yeah, so it's a milestone for Greenpeace, 10 years of activism, and there's much more to come. And I hope we can be able to celebrate other 10 years and other 10 years with each and every one of you. God bless you.
Yeah, nakuanga pasta pia. Sasa lazima ongeze hiyo hapo mwisho. Yeah, so we've already talked about like people going online and doing all that kind of stuff. Make sure our voice becomes, has to start like from the resource allocation, from everything starts from up there. If the resources are allocated wrongly for wrong purposes, everything goes wrong down there. So I would like at some point to see like where we have a movement, if we say this is what we want, this is what we want to happen, we want our country to be like this, we want our country to be green, we don't want our forests to be cut down. It happens because we have the power and we have the numbers. So that is usually my biggest dream, and I hope with people like you we can be able to achieve such kind of dreams. And now I see people are bored, and people are looking like they want to sleep, but now we want to move to a more interesting place of this event. So we want to do a cake thing, but before that I want some other people that we work with just to say hi and also like inspire you to do more. So Chemite, come with your crew. So this is really a bigger movement. Like if I was to call each and everyone here, it will be just, so I'm just handpicking, and then the others will get to know each other when we are inside here.
Hi all. Hi, I'm Akinyi Chamtai. I'm one of the fundraiser officers, and this is my team.
Hi, I'm Angeline Kitonga. I'm also one of the fundraisers.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Sheila Bore Cherotich, and I'm also a fundraiser for Greenpeace.
Sorry we came late, but we are here because we need funds. But okay, anyway, that's just a joke. We are here because we believe in the passion for Greenpeace Africa. which is to have a true voice for the environment and to also have a true voice for the people, especially our volunteers. So we mainly fundraise to support these activities because we are 100% independent. As Paul had mentioned, we do not depend on corporates or governments because we want to be the true voice of the environment. And for us to do that, there are people who believe in our vision and they financially support us. So also bear in mind that even though we've turned 10, we still have a lot of work to do because we still want the environment and the world to be a better place. So we have to be passionate about it. And also we have to have money to move the world around still. But even it's not about the financial or materialistic things, it's about what that funds represents. It represents that people have the same vision as Greenpeace Africa. So they are giving out what they can give to push forward for volunteers and to push forward for activities in terms of campaigns. Yes.
I think you shall say everything that we had to say.
Okay, so me also, I'm thirsty and I'm hungry, and I think now we'll move to the cake part. And I want us to celebrate. There is no birthday celebration without a cake. So I want our attention to focus on the cake. DJ, give us a beat that goes together with the cake. So I'm being told, how many are November babies?
Cheki, endelea na ile video. Zunguka tu. Cha live. Usifiche kamera. Oh, hii ni sawa. Walipandisha tu.
Happy birthday. kidogo. Tuko rafiki zako tunasema happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
So those who are claiming to be younger babies, so it happens it's a birthday today. You're very lucky.
Sam, come here.
Okay, can we all come and sing a happy birthday as we dissect this thing? Can we all come round? This is all. Okay, so Toto Africa, they'll start our birthday song as we continue.
DJ
We can take it to your mess, to your best.
So tunaimba happy birthday.
Ni so tu waliongeza 100 kwa kila classification.
Hello, I'm back again.
Oh, 100 shillings.
November.
Hii back ya butu tumechoka.
So is Greenpeace and Debbie.
Yeah. Greenpeace.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Greenpeace. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Debbie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Greenpeace. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Debbie.
Another one. We need more energy here. You're taking
Happy birthday, dear Greenpeace. To you, happy birthday. To you, happy birthday, dear Greenpeace. Cut a cake, kiss your plastic. Cut a cake, kiss your plastic. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Greenpeace. Happy birthday, dear defenders. Happy birthday, dear defenders. Twatambua juhudi zenu. Happy birthday, dear defenders. Kata keki sio plastic. Kata keki sio plastic. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Greenpeace. We celebrate you, our heroes. We celebrate you, our heroes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear heroes. Happy birthday, dear heroes. Happy birthday, dear heroes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, dear heroes.
Tifanyaje? Enda cups pale kuja na tatu.
And by the powers vested on me by the Katara, nimeambiwa mtu anachukua keki na sahani alafu anaendea juice pale. DJ saa tunaweza katika tukichukua keki tukiendea juice.
Katika tu venye tu inaitwa katika.
Oh, nimepata juice. Okay, it's where I come from. Usijali but ni sawa.
Juice. Na tuchukue juice.
Nyambura